in the pit area. Pro ET racers, Pro ET racers, we need you in lanes 1 through 4. Lanes 1 through 4 right now. Pro ET racers, we need you, Shaq, buddy. Virgil, need the hook at the ET shack. Need the hook at the ET shack.
What did you get last time? His last run?
What was the last run?
Wasn't it 1434?
1474.
Pro ET racers, Pro ET racers, we need you in lanes 1 through 4 right now. Pro ET racers, we need you in lanes 1 through 4 right now. Staging lanes are closed for all other categories except Pro ET. Pro ET racers, we need you in lanes 1 through 4 right now. Lanes are closed for all other categories except Pro ET. Pro Comp racers, we need you in 1, 2, and 3. Pro Comp racers, we need you in lanes 1, 2, and 3 right now. Pro Comp racers, we need you in lanes 1, 2, and 3 right now. Staging lane.
Hit the button.
What button?
Back here.
fucking lie to me. How fast?
Pro ET racers, we need you in lane 6 and 7 right now. Pro ET racers, we need you in lane 6 and 7 right now. Pro ET racers, we need you in lane 6 and 7 right now. ET racers, we need you in 4 and 5 right now. NHRA class racers, we need you in lane.
Camera, John, man.
Happy birthday, Randy Smith. Again, 27 years young. See, now you know how that feels when you turn 47. Happy birthday, Randy Smith.
I want to do it. What did you do right? You want it big. Now we gotta.
Once again, racers, if you want to get those pre-tech stickers, kind of a neat deal that they're offering down there in the tech area. You might want to check it out. Bring you and your vehicle and your safety equipment down there to the tech area, and they will get you a pre-tech sticker.
Here.
Kind of a neat deal to help you speed things along on Sunday mornings here at the Motorplex. Again, if you're just arriving at the track, we'd like to welcome you out to. Okay, we're looking at a 1070 in the Pepsi lane, 1050 in the certified transmission lane. 0.2 of a second handicap is going to be given to that motorcycle in the Pepsi lane. That's Dan Hunt out of Lincoln, Nebraska, taking on Jim Spatora out of Fremont. Jim Spatora in that certified transmission lane. Good reaction time for the Pepsi lane and Dan Hunt. And again, we're going to be talking about explain that to you in just a second. Certified lane takes the win light. This is Brent McCormick out of Arlington, Nebraska, really laying that bike over, coming dangerous. Back up in the center of that lane, out of Omaha, Nebraska, in the Pepsi lane, taking on Steve Bricky out of Council Bluffs, Iowa. Steve Bricky in that certified transmission lane. Good reaction time in the Pepsi lane pays. Okay, getting the handicap in the Pepsi lane, we've got Trent Young taking on Terry transmission lane, and he takes the win light. Terry Longwell taking on Tom Gilligan in the Pepsi lane. Tom Gilligan gets an excellent reaction time and turn. Tom Zeman. Nearly identical reaction times, but a little bit. Watch the wind lights. Turns it around. Certified lane.
Okay.
Neil Chomsky set to go in that Pepsi lane. He better hustle on this one. He's playing all the best appearing bike winner, not only wins best appearing. Pepsi lane is going to get the advantage in the way of a handicap. Suzuki Joe Herron is going to lead that starting line first. Almost a full 1/10 of a second handicap given to him in that Pepsi lane, and he makes the most of it. Suzuki Joe Herron gets quite a bit better reaction time than Todd Very far into the track. The lights light up in. Foul start for Spanky Spangler is going to end his day. Pretty good reaction time for both racers, but Todd Scatchura not going to take the win light, however, in this one. Dave Rasmussen is going to be in that vintage GTO Pepsi Lane, taking on Brian Felt in another Pontiac. Brian Felt in that certified transmission lane. Next, he's in the Pepsi Lane, taking on Darren Bullock from Chelik, Nebraska, 454 Chevelle. Pepsi Lane taking on Scott Majors, the Majors Racing entry out of Henderson, Iowa. Certified transmission lane, nearly separating these guys at the start line in a clear lane. Good reaction time for Greg Pickens. He is an electronics technician. System on this one. He's going to be your winner in the Seska. 396 cubic inch SS Chevelle in that Pepsi Lane. Good reaction time for both of these racers. They left the starting line within 2/1000ths of a second. Certified lane is going to be your winner. Dave Bruckner out of Omaha, 65 Chevelle Malibu in the certified transmission lane. Super Street Racers, we need you in lane 6 and 7. Super Street Racers, we need you in lane 6 and 7. Foul start is going to end Rod Walter's day. Automatic winner in this one is going to be Harvey Nash. So you'll draw the foul light. Again, Harvey Nash, the automatic winner. Okay, coming at you, Mark Russell out of Beatrice, Nebraska. He is in the Pepsi Lane. 79 Chevy Monte Carlo, good looking car, taking on Bob Anderson out of Omaha, Nebraska in that little Monza. Again, this is the guy you want to talk to if you're looking for some kind of dial-in or vehicle lettering or your number. Stop down and check him out. Mark Russell takes the win light out of Beatrice, Nebraska. Smutney up next in that Pepsi Lane, taking on Robert Rhodes out of Exeter, Nebraska. Robert Rhodes in that certified transmission lane. Temporary Insanity, and he follows this one away. Insanely drawing the red light. Rudy Smutney is going to be your automatic winner in the Pepsi Lane. Okay, next pair of cars up. Ronnie Hansen out of Fremont, Nebraska in the Pepsi Lane, taking on Bob Earwrinkle. Bob Earwrinkle. On this one, Ronnie Hansen gets an excellent reaction time in the Pepsi Lane. Nebraska in the certified lane, and he follows this one away. That's going to end his day very, very quick. He misses a green light. Handing the win to Steve Lieber. Gilligan out of Fremont, Nebraska, the Island Express. Taking on Stu Triggs, Shadow of the Past. Stu Triggs in that vintage Camaro in the Pepsi Lane. Pretty good reaction time for Greg Gilligan. In that certified lane, and so Mike Ross set to go in that certified transmission lane out of Lincoln, Nebraska, taking on Kevin Pluta. He's in the Pepsi Lane. Good reaction time for Mike Ross. And he is going to take the win at Pontiac, taking on Tony Smith in that Chevelle. Tony Smith in the Pepsi Lane. Got a pretty good one going here, but Melvin Filippi gets his Turns it into a win. Jerry Robinson. Jerry Robinson from Wayne, Nebraska in that Pepsi lane. 350 cubic inch small block Chevy in that Camaro. Good reaction time for Jerry Robinson in that Camaro Pepsi lane. Let's see if we can keep on. In lanes 4 and 5, Super Gas Racers lanes. Racers, we need you in lanes 6, 7, and 8. Up next, Mike Stoll in the certified transmission lane, taking on Roger Benny in the Pepsi lane. Pretty good reaction time for Stoll and good. Mike Stoll. He owns and operates Stoll 66 service down on about. Okay, next pair of cars up. This is Kevin Allschwede out of Pleasantdale, Nebraska, 451 cubic inch Dodge in that little Plymouth Duster, taking on Virgil Fair, a pair of Chryslers rather, going at it right now. Washington County Motors sponsors this Barracuda and Bud Light. Good reaction time for the Duster in the Pepsi lane. The big block Chevrolet in that Pepsi lane. Talk about a handicap here, looking almost 3 seconds given to that El Camino of Ernie Scheib. Just an excellent reaction. Enough to catch and pass him, he does. The Pepsi lane, few Sundays up here, I'll tell you, this season, but he's got a tough customer. 2 427 Chevrolets getting set to go head-to-head right now. Dale Peterson out of Waterloo, Nebraska. He's in the certified transmission lane, and he will give the handicap to the Corvette in the Pepsi lane. Foul start for Dale Peterson, getting out of that groove and in the Pepsi lane. Racers, we need you in lanes 1, 2, and 3 right now. Jeff Dyer up next out of Omaha, Nebraska. The Plain Label boys are back in the Pepsi lane, taking on Jeff Chapin out of Lincoln, Nebraska. 454 Chevrolet Nova in the certified transmission lane. Excellent reaction time for the Plain Label boys in that Pepsi lane. Jeff Dyer. Pepsi lane takes the win light. Jeff Dyer, Nebraska, taking on Terry Nitz from Bellevue, Nebraska. 66 Chevelle in the certified transmission lane. Good reaction time for Terry Nitz. That 66 Chevelle of his has been up and down. Gets a good reaction time and takes the win light in the certified car. This is Tom Tynan, little 91 rear engine dragster.
Hey. Small
Block Chevrolet with a single 4-barrel carburetor in the certified transmission lane. Good reaction time for both racers, but the little Chevrolet Nova, Dave Anderson, turns it into a win light. Dave Anderson, Volkswagen engine-powered rear-engine dragster out of Omaha. This ought to be a good matchup. The little dragster has to spot the Buick almost a full second. This should be a good matchup between the Volkswagen and the big cubic inch Buick.
Picture that so I know what I got to beat when I bring it in.
Larry Verrier getting an excellent reaction time. The Buick is going to take this one certified lane. Coleman, 360 cubic inch small block Chevrolet sitting underneath the hood of that Camaro. Pro Comp Racers need you in 1, 2, and 3. Pro Comp Racers need you in 1, 2, and 3 right now. Street champion here at the Motorplex, is taking on Todd Nielsen, a pair of very tough customers. Good reaction time for both of these racers, but Bob Hansen again gets the nod on this one. He gets an excellent reaction time in that Pepsi lane. And he should win this one easily, and he does with a safe. The Neal Automotive entry. This is an old gasser from the days of Cornhusker Raceway Park about 20 years ago. Track that was located in Omaha. Scott Neal got a hold of this car and restored it, and he's now running in Super Street, taking on Mark Hiltz out of Sioux City, Nebraska, one of the few Pontiacs that run in this division. A beautiful little Firebird, the Tin Indian, and this one's for sale, folks. If you want to go drag racing, here's your chance.
Buy it.
Scott Neal having some problems in that old 55 Chevrolet. Bill Napravnik having some problems with this little Vega early on in the year. He hit our Nebraska Motorplex sign out there, doing a big wheel stand earlier this year, but he's toned down the chassis somewhat in that car. Good reaction time for the Vega in the certified transmission lane. Hang on to this one for the win, and he does. Certified. Okay, up next, Rex Stone and gorgeous 69 Camaro in that Pepsi lane, taking on Kerry Nieses. Kerry Nieses getting an excellent reaction time with that Chevrolet Nova. And he's going to take the win from Blue Hill, Nebraska. 427 cubic inches, a big old wedge Ford in that Pepsi lane, taking on Dan Clary, 454 cubic inches of Chevrolet in the certified lane. Foul start is going to end the certified lane. 406 cubic inch small block in that certified transmission lane, 68 Camaro. Good reaction time for Virgil Fear of the Bud Light Washington County Motor. For the win, and he does. Virgil Fear of Super Street. We're going to be coming out with Super Gas next. Again, Super Gas racers run off of a 9.90 index. Class racers, we need you in lanes 5, 6, and 7 right now. Okay, this ought to be a dandy. Pair of Chevrolets getting set to go right now. This is Ted Hughes, beautiful little Corvette. This is only a year-old Corvette, a brand new car last season. Taking on reigning champion Rod Stiggy. Rod Stiggy out of Pilgrim, Nebraska, the Stiggy and Massick entry. One tough customer in that Pepsi lane. 427 cubic inches of big block Chevrolet set to go in that Pepsi lane. An excellent reaction time for Rod Stiggy. Rod Stiggy and takes the win line. Pepsi lane is going to... Next pair of cars up, Bill Harris, a gorgeous little 87 Chevy Cavalier out of Nebraska City, Nebraska. He's in the Pepsi lane. Taking on Martin Breeze. Get those cameras ready. The Breeze Boys likes to stand this little Vega up on its rear bumper. Good reaction time for both of these racers, but Bill Harris with a fourth Pepsi lane and takes the win light. Okay, next pair of Super Gassers. Billy Fry completely chopped off the back end of the He's taking on a tough one, Kurt Williams. And he is the owner-operator of Sparks Computerized Car Care in Omaha. They got 2 locations. Also, he's sponsored by West Omaha Auto Body. Again, 990 is the number we're looking for.
Don't forget that funny car does a wicked burnout.
Good reaction time for Ron Zorn. Looks like John's hurt. Pepsi Lane takes an easy one here. Ron Zorn of Keith Black, all aluminum Chrysler Hemi, sitting beneath that fiberglass body. Trying to get his feet wet back in the funny car wars again. No doubt you're going to see him here at the Division 5 Cornhusker Nationals when that tour pulls into town in August. You want to be sure and be here for that one. If you missed it last year, your friends probably told you about it. That is going to be August 9th, 10th, and 11th, right here at the Motorplex when the Winston Tour pulls into the Steady to Go.
All right, good burnout, John.
I got it.
Good video of this.
I got it.
Cap off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder why it's so dark.
I'm watching last week's tape.
What the fuck? What the dog run on the track? Yeah.
These cars are running supercharged on alcohol. It's actually a methanol mixture in the fuel cell of these cars. 1471 blowers drive that fuel into these Chrysler Hemi engines. They use, for the most part, a 3-speed transmission with an 8-stage computerized clutch. NHRA class racers, NHRA class racers, we need you in lanes 5, 6, and 7. Sportsman ET Racers, we need you in lanes 3 and 4. Sportsman ET Racers, we need you in lanes 3 and 4. Lays down a 736, 167 miles an hour. Good. Getting the wheels up on that little Pontiac Firebird. Sometimes he runs the V8 in it. 77 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine to get this thing down the track. No lack of horsepower, I'll tell you, in the certified lane. This is Jay Thompson, Keith Black, aluminum Hemi on gasoline. Normally they run this car in A. Alder, a beautiful 1923 T Roadster. Good start for both cars. Pepsi Lane, Lyons, Nebraska, the runaway car. A real unusual motor combination. If you're sitting up high enough in the grandstands, check out the motor in that Pepsi-Cola lane. That is a complete hybrid, all aluminum, small block Chevrolet motor with billet aluminum cylinder heads.
Cool.
Taking on a real contrast here in cars. This is Ron Clark, a vintage front engine dragster, 377 cubic inches of iron V8 Chevrolet injected on alcohol. He is in the certified transmission lane. The first one to get there is going to be with the tires. Stop in there and check him out. If you're looking for some body work during the week, Marv Pratt, owner-operator of Atlas Auto Body in Millard, Nebraska, is where he calls home during working hours in this little 23T. But on Sundays, these guys are out here running in either Super Comp or Pro Comp. Here we go, both cars staging very carefully. We are set to go. Hands the automatic win to the Pepsi lane, and George. Before they get ready to stage this car, you'll notice all the nitrous cars purge their nitrous system. They have two purge jets that sit right in front of the windshield of these cars. You'll see two white plumes of smoke come up in front of the windshield of these cars. That is when they purge that nitrous system. If you were with us out here last year when they ran this car, one run they didn't purge it and they actually blew the top half of the engine off complete with the hood.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking about that the other day. Somebody that thinks he knows what he's
very, very important on these nitrous motors to purge that nitrous system, and you're going to see that in just a brief moment here. In front of that windshield, there'll be two white jets of nitrous gas injected up in the air to purge that system and get it set to go.
No, it ain't. It's little horses in the fucking motor smoking drugs.
You notice that right there. As this car makes its way down the race course, the computer dumps more nitrous, that's basically lapping gas, into the system to increase its horsepower as it makes its way down the race course. It gets it back underway, gets the shootout with an 824, 164 miles an hour. Not too bad for a full box.
Yeah, it is. What's that matter?
Okay, time only. Tim Wigner's dad out there helping him get lined up. Again, this is a time-only run. These guys are just trying to get some things sorted out. They put some brand new front wheels on this car.
Shit.
For this.
Bart, say that mug is dirty.
Out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, at 89 Chevy.
Get down, Brandon.
Pretty good reaction time for the Impala in the.
Car won.
Just right when they was racing, I was like, oh, God, I'm beating this in fifth grade.
You come over in the access to help with the silence.
Pretty good reaction time for Scott Blair in that certified transmission lane. The old van's just lumbering on down there, but it's not going to happen on this one. He breaks out, believe it or not. The van blisters the race course and runs too quick. In that certified on that little S10.
You see the bike's coming back.
Dave Edenburn out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, taking on Dwayne Stack out of Fremont in the certified transmission lane.
JC.
You got something off.
Good reaction time. Certified lane. And he is not going to take the win light in this one. Dave Edenburn is going to be your winner.
Carl, what was it?
This fucker just sitting.
Doug Neal up next out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, Pepsi Lane, taking on Bob Cooper from Omaha, Nebraska, 1973 Kawasaki in the certified lane. Pro ET Racers, we need you in 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pro ET Racers, we need you in 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pro ET Racers, we need you in 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bob Cooper is going to be your winner in the certified transmission lane.
Hey, I think it did a 15, 10.
Brandon, see that mug is dirty.
Jeff Patchen in the Pepsi lane taking on Mark Adams out of Fremont, Nebraska. Little 88 Monte Carlo in that certified lane. Good reaction time for Mark Adams in that certified transmission lane. But here comes Jeff Patchen trying to make up some ground right now. Not going to happen. Certified transmission lane, and Mark Adams is going to be your winner.
I said he broke out, but they still put the win on your side, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Pro ET Racers, we need you in 5, 6, 7, and 8 right now. Pro ET Racers, we need you in 5, 6, 7, and 8 right now. Bike Racers, need you in lane 9. Bike Racers, need you in lane...
Wait.
What are you doing?
Rick Payer out of Fremont, Nebraska in that 69 Cuda.
Andy.
We're dressing.
Go
Taking on
ahead.
the Jeff Mueller 56 Chevrolet in the certified transmission lane.
Do 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 do.
Got Dave Stander at the controls today in that little 56 Chevrolet. All the aerodynamics of a barn door getting ready to go in that certified transmission lane.
Put 1450 on it.
Bob Cooper set to go in the Pepsi lane, taking on Carl Downing out of Council Bluffs, Iowa in that 66 Impala. And this is Sportsman Trophy action.